I was still clutching a pie when my father told me I wasn't welcome in his house anymore. That it was pumpkin. My mother's favorite, still warm from the oven. I'd baked it the night before with her recipe card propped against the flour tin. She always added too much nutmeg and a splash of maple syrup, swore it gave the filling a memory. I drove 3 hours through fog just to bring it to her, to bring it home. But home wasn't there when I walked through the door. The turkey was untouched, steam fogging the crystal dish of stuffing. My mother's silverware gleamed in neat rows across the table. For a second, it felt like tradition. Then my father's voice cut through it. "Return the $50,000, Mara, or don't come back." At first, I thought he was joking. My father isn't a man who jokes. But I waited for the laughter anyway. None came. My brother Elias stared at the tablecloth as if the pattern might swallow him whole. My sister Claire sat still, her hands folded in her lap like she was in church. And my mother, gentle, soft-spoken my mother, couldn't even look at me. I stood frozen, pie in hand, smiling like an idiot because surely this wasn't real. "What are you talking about?" I asked. Claire finally lifted her eyes, rimmed red from crying. "Mom's account, 50,000 vanished. Right after you helped her set up online banking." The pie suddenly felt heavier. My chest tightened. Yes, I had helped Mom go digital. She was nervous about apps and passwords, so I'd sat with her one Sunday afternoon, walking her through every detail. She even wrote her logins in a little notebook we kept in the kitchen drawer. That was weeks ago, and now they were telling me I'd stolen from her. "Are you serious?" My voice cracked. "You think I took Mom's money?" Dad's jaw tightened. "Don't make this harder. Just return it." I turned to my mother, desperate, but she pressed her napkin to her mouth like she might be sick. She didn't nod, didn't shake her head. She just said nothing. That silence told me everything. I set the pie gently on the counter. The tin clicked against the granite. I slipped on my coat. Dad's voice followed me out. "You have until the end of the week. Then we go to the lawyer." I didn't cry in the car, didn't scream or pound the wheel like they do in movies. I just drove, past glowing porch lights, past paper turkeys taped in windows, past families carving into peace and gravy. Everyone celebrating Thanksgiving, except me. I checked into a roadside motel. The room reeked of stale carpet and microwaved popcorn. I sat on the bed, boots still on, hands shaking. I was 34, a forensic accountant trusted with millions, and my family thought I'd robbed them. But the worst part? Some quiet part of me wasn't surprised. Claire had always bristled when Mom bragged about my promotions. Dad once told me I should settle down and live a little, like my career wasn't real life. Even last year when I offered to pay for their new roof, Elias muttered I was trying to buy love. I thought they were teasing. I thought we were still family. That night I lay awake, replaying every moment I'd helped Mom with her accounts. The passwords, the notebook in the drawer unlocked. Claire lived at home off and on. Elias had a key. Anyone could have seen it. Still, they chose to believe it was me. My phone buzzed. A text from Claire. "We didn't want it to come to this, but you made it hard to trust you, and oh, happy Thanksgiving. No, are you okay? Just blame. At work. I hunt fraud. I see shell companies, fake invoices, stolen pensions. I know what it looks like when money disappears and when someone sets you up." That night, staring at the ceiling while the motel light flickered, I realized I was the scapegoat. And if they wanted me to be the villain, I'd investigate like one. By morning, I had coffee in one hand and my laptop open on the motel desk. My firm had been chasing a string of elder fraud cases. Small accounts drained in neat increments. Same pattern. Same bank. Greenwell Mutual. My mother's bank. I reached out to Theo, a compliance officer I trusted. I gave him dates, branch locations, and within an hour he sent me the data. Withdrawal slips, timestamps, and most importantly, security footage. The withdrawals weren't online. They were in person. First, 20,000. Then 15. Then another 15. 3 separate visits. I clicked the first video. A girl in sunglasses, hoodie pulled tight, nervously glancing over her shoulder. She lowered her mask to speak to the teller. My stomach dropped. Even grainy, I knew that face. Claire. The second video, Elias this time. No these guys. Calm. Confident. Joking with the teller like he owned the place. The third, Claire again. Different sunglasses. Same arrogance. That was the crack in their story. They'd waited until I set mom up online, then used it as a cover. The notebook, the app, the passwords, it was perfect camouflage. They thought no one would question it if the successful daughter was the obvious culprit. I stared at the laptop. The motel clock ticking past midnight. My own family had framed me. Monday, I drove back. The house looked the same. Golden light spilling from the kitchen window, steam fogging the glass. I carried a slim black folder with every receipt, every still frame, every lie. Inside, they were gathered like nothing had happened. Claire on the counter, Elias by the fridge, Dad at the stove, Mom rinsing dishes. They froze when I walked in. I placed the folder on the kitchen island, the same surface where we used to roll cookie dough, and opened it. You believed I stole from Mom, I said quietly. Let me show you what really happened. I laid out the first photo. Claire in sunglasses signing a slip. October 10th, 20,000. Not online. No one moved. Second photo. Elias, smiling as he handed over a check.